Welcome back. Now, they conquered the world's toughest ultramarathon. Camille Herron, as well as Bongmusa Mthembu, are the toast of Comrades Marathon 2017 following their victories in Pietermaritzburg on Sunday. They join us now from our Durban Studios. They, somehow saw it fit to return to where all the pain began. Camille, as well as Bongmusa, thank you indeed for joining us on SABC News, Channel 404 and Sports and Prime. First and foremost, congratulations to the two of you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Let me start with you there, Camille.
Thanks, man.
Let me start with you, Camille. Injury and illness pulled you out of the Comrades a couple of times, but well, here we are. Third time lucky, if I can call it that way, and you toast of Pietermaritzburg, and I saw your tweet earlier saying, thank you, South Africa. It was one of the best moments of your life.
Definitely. I felt like the whole country was behind me and cheering me on yesterday. So even though it got very, very hard towards the end, I just kept fighting with all my heart, and all the spectators and support were behind me, and it just kept me going. So thank you very much.
How sweet was the victory, though, Camille? I mean, every step you took, as I watched, I'm thinking, okay, she's falling over. But somehow you managed throughout. You dominated that race.
Yeah, I feel that I'm a very tough person, mentally and physically, and so even though my body felt like it was really straining on the second half, I just kept pushing as hard as I could and thinking about how hard I worked and all the things I've had to overcome here the past few years. But yeah, it was very meaningful for me to come back here and to get the win. So yeah, I'm very emotional about it because it's very special to me.
Bongmusa, let's bring you in here. Special one for you too, Bongmusa. You won in 2014, which was the down run. This one finishing in front of, let me say, your home crowd. I mean, I know Teo was a pool and as I said, when you do your groceries, we eat Hawini. So you are basically a homeboy, and the crowd in the last kilometer or so, you were having fun. Nothing could stop you from that victory.
I mean, honestly, my brother, I mean, I've worked hard for it, and I was quite happy that when I saw the guys that they were a little bit struggling, and I have to respect those guys at a certain time, because I mean they were quite magnificent guys. I mean, we talk about Malach of Gift, Ludwig Mamabolo, David Ketebe, Kanjalo Naye, Mtebo Khosilo, guys from Lesotho, those guys, and Naye Hatiwan de Nyamande. I mean, these guys are very tough, but I mean, I was more tougher than them, and I was more focused than them. So I think my game went very well, and I was very, very happy. I mean, towards the end, that I mean, I could see the guys, I mean, they're struggling, because I could feel that I can even do more. And I think there are so many things that I've did throughout my training, coming from Spain towards starting my training for Comrades. I think all those training I did, and it played a very important role to me.
Speaking about that, I mean, last year, 100-kilometer champion for South Africa, new record time. The tactics obviously worked for you at Comrades Marathon 2017. You approached Little Polly, and I thought, okay, what now? Then that's where you made your move, and the rest is history, so to speak, because you never looked back from Little Polly. You flew up Polly Shorts proper, and the rest, as I said, is history.
Yeah, man, that guy, they gave me a very big problem, because you could see, if you watch from highest point coming towards Lion Park, mini Polly Short, that guy, it was giving me a problem, because he was just trying to stop me. I've heard that when I watch it later this afternoon, that this guy, I mean the commentators, they're saying, no, they're just talking. Actually, I was just telling him, please, man, just run straight. Don't just run like this and side, this side. But I mean, those games happen when we're racing. I was strong for that, and I could see that, okay, by the time we were at the highest point, I could see, okay, this guy is not a good in uphill, because that's what I've trained for. The hills, I did altitude. So I was quite sure that at Little Police, I will just give him maybe small searches and see the response that he did. He couldn't respond. I just took it easy up, and just to reserve myself, because I could see when we at Hellison felt that we're not going to run around about 5:24, 5:25.
Yeah.
Sometimes the win is only matters. We will correct the time in the near future. So that was my focus, is to win the time, because I could see that no, we can't run less than 5:25.
Let me bring Camille back. And Camille, is it fair to say that you dominated the women's race? Because I think from when you broke through, nobody could catch you. I think at one point you had a 7-minute gap to the second runner in the ladies' run. So I think you dominated, it's fair to say.
Yeah, I don't remember, maybe at the beginning there were more women around the first mile or so, but yeah, no, I felt very confident in my fitness going in, and I felt like I had a really great shot to win, and I just focused within myself, and I think my team manager for the Nedbank Running Club, Nick Vester, had said something along the lines of just to go for it and just, run from the gun, and so I kind of had that mentality that, I'm just going to go for it and just really, lay it all out there. So, the slogan for this year was, "It takes all of you," and I felt like I threw my whole body and my whole heart into it, and it was very special coming into that finish, and finally seeing the real finish and making it to the real finish line was really special.
In fact, I was just about to go ask my director to bring in a clip. I want to know what is going through your mind, Camille. I saw them hand you the message from the mayor of Pietermaritzburg, or the mayor of Durban to the mayor of Pietermaritzburg. I saw you raise your arms. I'm like, Camille, no, carry on running. Most of the tweets that came through on the race yesterday were saying, what is she thinking? But the lead you had was so big. Even if you could have crawled to the finish line. What is going through your mind when this was happening? Here you are taking fives from all the fans instead of running.
So I crossed a timing mat with an arch, and they handed me a rose, and I thought that was the finish line, and I just started, stopped my watch and started slapping high fives with everybody, and apparently everybody was yelling at me to keep going, and but it was so loud that I just didn't know. I couldn't hear what they were saying, and but yeah, finally a runner came up behind me and tapped me on the shoulder, and then I realized, oh gosh, I got to book it to the finish line. So it was like probably the fastest I've ever sprinted the last 200 meters of a race. So I still had something left in me to get there. So yeah, it was the actual finish was much better.
Bongmusa, you also had a special moment when you crossed the line. There was a little chappie waiting for you, Bongmusa, throughout your run. I think the last 5 kilometers as you headed to the Scottsville race course, there was a little man, a little ninja waiting for you by the wayside. Special moment having your son there.
I mean, absolutely, my brother. I mean, my son to be there. Actually, my whole family was there. My sisters, my brothers were there. But to meet my son there, and they brought him here, and it's quite amazing, And he always say, "I want to be there one day, my dad." And and when I told him last year that okay, you're gonna come, he said, "No, I was joking, because no, I can't watch you. I can't watch you running, because sometimes I actually see your face on TV that you feel the pain." But it was quite amazing. He was happy. I could feel that he didn't even want to let me go the way that he held me. So I was quite happy for him.
Yeah, Camille, we're running out of time, Camille and Bongmusa. One more question each. Camille, let's come back to you. My director says I must ask whether your president has called you, but no, we're not going to go there. I think the question is, you are definitely coming back for Comrades 2018.
Definitely. I want to try to win this as many times as I can, and I was definitely felt more comfortable yesterday on the downhills than on the uphills. My hamstrings were really pulling at me, and so I definitely can't wait to come back next year and run a little bit faster and maybe feel a little bit more comfortable with the downhills. So yeah, thank you. I love this race. I just want to keep coming back.
How does it compare, Camille, to other races you run internationally? Sorry, Camille, just one more question. How does this race compare to other races you've run internationally, Camille?
Yeah, so like as I've been telling people, probably the most similar thing in America is probably the Boston or New York City marathons. But you know, they're not this far. It's pretty incredible that you have 20,000 people running 54 miles or 87, 89 kilometers, and you have the whole country out there, you know, cheering us on, the volunteers, and 6 million people watching the race. It's really, really incredible how much the country comes behind this race, and you can feel the sense of pride that people have about this race. So,
yeah, Velas, let's end it off with you. What can I say? 2018 Velas Bongmusa's, you coming down. You're taken from Pietermaritzburg straight to eThekwini, say Tata football.
No, but ngijabule kakhulu. Ngithemba ukuthi ke futhi vele kuphelile kakhulukazi lokho ukuthi uBongmusa uspecialize kakhulu kwi down run. Ukuwina wami kwi up run kungijabulise kakhulu. Ngithemba ukuthi vele kungikhulisile nami njenge athlete. Yini ke ezongehlula ukuthi ngonyaka ozayo ngikuphinde lokho. I can't wait to start my training, because man, our focus is to dominate Comrades, because that's what we are specialized on. But with the grace of God, I know He will be there with us. The whole of group, my sponsors, my management, my coach, and all of the South African who were cheering Bongmusa, and all of the guys that were helping us during the race. I mean, I can't do it without them. So I'm very happy to be Jablega Cool.
Yeah, Bongmusa Mthembu, champion in the men's race of the Comrades Marathon 2017. Thank you very much for joining us. And on his right-hand side, Camille Herron, women's champion 2017 Comrades Marathon. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on Sports on Prime. Worthy champions you are. See you in Durban in 2018. I said those are champions of Comrades Marathon 2017. Join us from our Durban Studios. Thank you very much indeed for them for making time to have a chat to us right here.